Hello, this is Chris, and I am back yet again with a brand new trailer reaction video. This is the biggest trailer of the day. We had a big trailer yesterday with Mary Poppins Returns, and Disney are just continuing to be on a roll with these trailers. It is Captain Marvel Official Trailer 1, which is going to be the upcoming Marvel movie in the cinematic universe, right before Infinity War Part 2 comes out. The intro is going to be super short for this thing. I know nothing about this character, and I feel like I've been saying that for the last couple of superhero movies that have come out. I literally know nothing. I know the look of Captain Marvel, the suit. I know that the Skrulls are involved in this movie, who are characters that I've heard about. I don't read comic books. I know vaguely of some main characters and villains and some sort of main story arcs within some of the more popular characters like Spider-Man, for example, or X-Men. But I don't know anything about Captain Marvel, so it's completely new territory for me. I don't know if this trailer is going to be completely accurate to the character, if they've taken a lot of liberties, but as I was saying about the Skrulls, I have heard about them, I think mostly in Fantastic Four. If you know anything about the Skrulls or anything about them, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I think they're more tied into that universe. I think they're just like a race of aliens. Maybe they're villainous. I haven't got a clue, honestly. I haven't got a clue. But if they are tied into Fantastic Four now that Disney have acquired the rights to Fox, and I think it's probably going to take, you know, a lot more time before that completely goes through. Eventually we will get Fantastic Four into the cinematic universe, so therefore maybe they can cross them over with the Skrulls. And I know that my boy Ben Mendelsohn's in this movie. Director Krennic himself is in this movie. I think he might be playing the villain. I'm excited. My favourite movie of the year so far has been Infinity War, which I thought was impossible. Before that point, I was kind of burnt out on the Marvel movies. I was definitely feeling the fatigue. I went into Infinity War with little to no expectations, and here it is, months on, and it's still my favourite movie of the year. I've seen the movie about 4 or 5 times now at this point, and it still hasn't got old. Didn't really like Ant-Man and the Wasp. I thought that was a step back to the more mediocre Marvel movies. But I think this one's going to be big, and obviously this is going to play a big, huge role when we come to Infinity War. Narratively, I think this movie takes place in the 90s, so obviously it's set quite a ways back in terms of the overall cinematic universe, but it's definitely going to have a bearing when we come to Infinity War Part 2. With all that being said, we're going to watch the trailer together now. I'm going to talk much more about it afterwards, as much as I can. I'm going to rate it in context of a trailer, and yeah. So with all that being said, I'm going to click play now. Ooh. And that's your cue right there that we're in the 90s. That's kind of hitting you over the head with a sledgehammer of subtlety.
War is a universal language. I know a renegade soldier when I see one. Never occurred to me that one might come from above.
Looks like she's got lost trying to find a Comic-Con.
Space invasion. Big car chase. Truth be told, I was ready to hang it up till I met you today.
Wow.
So you're not from around here.
That CGI.
It's hard to explain.
Looks so good.
I keep having these memories. I see flashes.
That's the Top Gun shot right there.
I think I had a life here.
I feel the need for
I
speed.
can't tell if it's real.
Is that the Wonder Woman font? Kind of looks like it. Stir up the shit between Marvel fanboys and DC fanboys.
Idea what threats are out there. You can't do this alone.
Coulson, nice.
We need you.
The Flash?
I'm not what you think I am.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks like a Marvel movie. I don't know. Because I don't know much about the character, all this is kind of new for me. She kind of just looks super powered. I don't know if she has any defining powers that are particularly unique. But, you know, jumping on top of trains, shooting things out of gauntlets, punching people, flipping, it does kind of feel like I've seen it a lot before, but it definitely looks a lot more cosmic. And I know, for example, that Lee Pace's character is going to be back in this film from Guardians of the Galaxy. So maybe that will be a side to him before he turns bad and we'll see more of him, or maybe he'll always be bad in it and we just get to see his character again. Coulson's back. I'm liking that this is sort of going back to basics, back to the beginning of everything. Well, not so far to the beginning of things like Thor, for example, or Captain America 1, but we're taking a step back before we then take that step forward into Infinity War Part 2. Narratively, constructing a cinematic universe-wise, it's quite a bold choice. In all honesty, maybe they didn't need a film in between Infinity War and Infinity War Part 2, but obviously I think, I haven't read the Infinity War comic, but I think that Captain Marvel will definitely play a part in it. I really hope she doesn't kind of materialize out of thin air and just like one punch Thanos and that's the end of the movie. I can't expect them doing that. I don't want Captain Marvel to be some kind of Deus Ex Machina and then just saves the day at the end with no kind of stakes. Just because we've had a movie to set her up of how awesome she is. Brie Larson looks like the character, definitely. Nothing from this trailer really wowed me about her performance, though. She was kind of one-note monotone for me. And I know that this is one trailer. We're going to get more trailers out for this thing that will show a lot more. But I wasn't really blown away by her. And I know that she's been like nominated for Oscars. She may have actually won an Oscar, if I remember rightly. I think she didn't she, for Room? I might be wrong on that. I need to check the Oscars for that. The point is she's at least been nominated, but I think she has actually won. But I'm not really blown away by her from this trailer alone, and I know that you can't rank an entire performance based on a not even 2-minute long trailer. I want to talk about the CGI de-aging of characters now because, you know, Marvel have been doing this for a long time now. We got it with Robert Downey Jr. in Civil War. We got it with Kurt Russell in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. We got it with Michelle Pfeiffer, and we got it with Michael Douglas in the Ant-Man movies. And now we've got it with Samuel Jackson, and he's fresh out of, like, Pulp Fiction in this trailer. It's awesome. It's great to see that and how far that technology's advanced. If you go back to like earlier films that used it, like Tron Legacy, for example, or Terminator Salvation, it was very crude. It looked great at the time, but if you compare that now, like you can obviously tell it's an effect. When you look at this, it looks like Samuel Jackson straight up filmed his scenes for this movie back in the 90s and they've just kind of sat on the footage. It's scary how good that is now. But to me, they're not tapping into the full potential of that technology. Like, when I saw a young Kurt Russell in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in the opening scene of that movie, I was thinking, like, you know, like, let's make another Thing movie with Kurt Russell. Let's make another Escape from New York. You can do it now. You can have them be de-aged. Like, Michelle Pfeiffer at the beginning of Ant-Man and the Wasp looked like she could do another Scarface movie. It is really scarily good how far that technology's come, and I feel like I'm kind of zoning in on that, but that's honestly the most impressive feat of technology in any of these Marvel movies every time I see it. In terms of the rest of the movie, obviously because I don't really know much about the character or anything like that, I can't really talk about everything in depth, so I guess I'm just going to round off here. I think it looks good. Of course I'm going to be at this movie. I've seen all of the other Marvel movies, and I'm eagerly anticipating Infinity War Part 2, and this is going to be an integral part in it. So I've said my bit now. I'm passing over to you guys. Be sure to comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of this trailer. Are you looking forward to this film? Any more information you can give me on this character, please do. I read all of you guys' comments. And it's great, especially if there's a superhero character that I don't know about, when you guys like send me articles or you post a little bit about the character. I love all that stuff, so please do that. In terms of what's coming up on the channel, we're going to keep having movie reviews. The summer movie season's essentially over at this point. We're moving more steadily into Oscar season now. We're going to have a lot of these big movies that we're definitely going to see come Oscar season come out. You can find reviews for those. We have our original show, Battle of the Brackets, as well, which we absolutely love to do. And we've also got some other ideas that should hopefully be coming to fruition before too long. So stick around with us, and until the next video, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.